Hey guys, welcome to another Otome game playthrough. Wait, I have to fix this. Testing, okay. And then I have to change the settings in OBS. Alright, hopefully the music isn't too loud and my voice isn't too loud, but because my computer can't handle exporting an audio file and a video file, I can't really mix my audio right now, so sorry. Okay, this Otome game is called Vampires in Your Area. Well, more specifically, single vampires in your area. It's an itch.io game. It's also free or name your own price, so if you want to support the developers, you can do that. And there's only, when I played this like a couple days ago, I got 2 different endings, but there's only one route, so there's only one how do you say, only one love interest. Okay, there you go. Okay, what's my name? 11. Skin. I've always been curious, do people, when you make a character, like specifically in an Otome game, do you make it look like yourself, or do you make it look like how you wish you look like? Because I do like a half and half. Like right now, I have sort of short-ish hair, and although I am on the paler side, I'm not like super pale, but for some reason pale skin tones on computer screens like hurt my eyes. Like even when I play Pokemon, I was playing Pokemon Sun, and you have the option of skin tones, and the really like the pale one, like literally when I tried playing that, like every time my character was like walking around, it just hurt my head. So I restarted the game with a darker skin tone, even though I'm not personally like darker. I guess, I mean, if I tan, I guess I can be closer, but I'm not right now. So you have the option of these 4 hairstyles. I like this one. This one's the cutest. Clothes wise, I would love to dress like this, but I don't have the confidence, so. And I like this because it shows a little, you know, it's cutesy, but also, you know, a little, you can see a little midriff, but I think I feel most comfortable with this outfit. Oh, she's so cute. You dragged your feet up the stairs and down the halls of your apartment building. It was a long day at the Space Cafe, making drinks and politely listening to the same regulars making the same small talk. Weather has been weird lately. Can you believe it's a new year already? It's so busy here today, huh? You reached the hallway to your apartment. No matter, you were off work now and had a few days off too, which was rare. You were free to spend a few days lazing about, reading your favorite magazine, and doing some sketching. You fiddled your keys in the door, trying to coax the cheap lock to cooperate. Another complaint for the landlord. Just then, muffled yelling made its way out into the hallway. You could only sigh. You always do this. Oh, sure, it's always my fault. My parents are coming all the way from the Pleiades? I told you weeks ago. Whatever, I'm sick of this, I'm leaving. The door across from you jerked open and a short Martian stomped out, slamming the door behind him and marching away down the hall. As you finally got your door unlocked, you could hear muffled sobbing. You winced sympathetically. Not even aliens could avoid the many pitfalls of relationship drama. You shook your head. You were going to be different. Someday soon you would find real love and you'd have your happily ever after. Nothing was gonna stop you. Thud. You fell into your apartment and onto your face. Huh? You looked back to find a small box right outside your door. You must have been so preoccupied that you missed it. Not even bothering to get up, he dragged the box over. I'm certain I wasn't expecting a delivery. Sure enough, the tag on the box had your neighbor's name on it. Violet Heights, Apartment 8, Constellation City, 1F5Q, Ellis Clare. You groaned and got up. This was the second time this week that you had received somebody else's mail. You were starting to seriously suspect that the delivery man just wanted to mess with you. With some effort, you picked up the box and carried it over to your neighbor. You knocked on the door. No response. Ellis, the man who lived there, was always on the go, so no surprise he wasn't home. You gently placed the box down in front of the door. You should probably leave him a note. You grabbed the sticky note and pen from your apartment and scribbled down a note. I'm more of a this was in front of my door type of person, but I don't think I ever tried the please check that your delivery address is correct option, so that's what I'm going to try this time. It would be best to prevent any more mishaps like this one. Your efforts were wasted though, as the door pulled open, revealing not your neighbor? Sir, put on a shirt. Oh my goodness. My eyes. Oh my god. His lips are black. He needs help. He needs some milk. Can I help you? Your usual neighbor was a middle-aged man with black hair and warm brown eyes. The complete opposite of the man before you right now. This man had pale blue hair and was considerably taller. He also wasn't wearing a shirt, but you tried your best not to focus on that. Who are you? He raised an eyebrow at that. Shouldn't I be asking that? So, are you gonna tell me what you want, or... Alright, god, this is awkward. Mail. Where's Ellis? You would have heard about it if he had moved out. You saw him just a few days prior and he hasn't said anything. He's out. The man bent down to pick up the box, pausing to regard the sticky note. 11, huh? He smirked at you. How neighborly of you. I'll give this to Ellis when he gets back. Before you could get it changed... I think they meant to say before you could get a chance to reply, he stepped back inside and closed the door. You were left standing in the hallway confused. That was so rude. After another moment, you returned to your own apartment. You grabbed a drink from the fridge and some leftovers before finally reaching your bedroom. Hint, click on something. Click on the PC when you're done looking around. Okay, so there's actually a couple of things you can click on here. But, you know, I'm more for you guys downloading the game and playing it yourselves, because that supports the creators. So I'm just gonna do the minimal clicking around and you guys can check the other stuff. Rogue Magazine. It always has the hottest gossip and advice. One time the horoscope even predicted the end of a relationship for you. Then again, the witch writing the horoscopes is world famous, so it makes sense. The best thing about it is the quizzes though. Your coworkers at the cafe always laugh at you for doing the quizzes in your breaks. I love doing quizzes. Man, when I think BuzzFeed still has quizzes, but when it was big, I used to do them all the time. And the best part is like comparing answers with your friends. Anyways, but they're wrong, you won't be discouraged so easily. Love quiz. Over here it says, Vampire, leave the boring logic to others, throw caution to the wind, and chase that love. It's closer than you think. Suspicious. Oh, the other options, I didn't even look at this last time. The other options are Alien, Star Drop. Wait, let me try to read this. Alien, an adventurous love awaits you. Keep exploring the world and your heart. Star Drop. Ease up a little and smell the roses. A passionate love that will sweep you... I think that's supposed to say off your feet is waiting for you. Human. Love is within reach. Take the first step. Be more assertive. Your darling will think it's hot. Okay. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna actually do this quiz Oh my goodness, I'm looking at the questions right now. Start. Do you breathe oxygen? Yes. Do you have a heartbeat? Yes. Do you enjoy games? Yes. Do you believe in true love? Yes. You get vampire. If I did this quiz, the only thing that would be different is do you believe in true love, and then I would go to star drop. Because as much as I wish true love existed, I personally don't believe that there's only one person in the world for me. So yeah. But how else would you get the other ones? If you said no to breathing, then it asks you, have you ever been to space? And if you say yes, are you ambitious? If you say yes, you go back to the do you have your heartbeat? If you say no, you go to the do you enjoy games? Oh, if you say no to heartbeat, you go to do you often try new things? Which goes to do you enjoy traveling? I guess if you enjoy traveling, you get the alien. Do you enjoy blood? You get human? That's so weird. Do you breathe oxygen? No. Have you ever been to space? No. Do you require food? No. Do you enjoy blood? Yes. Then you get human. Oh. So if I was a vampire and I was doing the love quiz, I would end up with human. That makes sense. I just read that, so. If Rogue Magazine says a vampire is your ideal match, then a vampire is your ideal match. And then we click the computer. Like I said, there's other things you can click, but you should definitely try your cells. You had barely opened the news page when a pop-up appeared. Single vampires in your area? Join now. That's sort of suspicious. But this might be a sign from the universe. So when I first played this, I thought I could like X out of here, but you can't. You have to press this. What's your username? Blah 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 blah. Oh, I can't do a third blah. Blah blah. Welcome to Vamp Chat. I love the fake advertisements. They're so cute. Finding matches in your area. I need to stop. I'm sorry. Okay, welcome to Vamp. You've been matched with Bloodcake. Hi. Hey. My bloodlet got cut off and down here. You a guy? No, I'm not sorry. No problem. Good luck on here. You too. Thanks. Finding matches in your area. Okay. That's just habit now. I'm sorry. You've been matched with Bennett XD. Hello. Sup. Winky smiley face. You down for some fun? No. No thanks. What? Oh, come on. Send me your address. I'll make it worth it. No. Or just leave the chat. You have been matched with XX Demon Nox XX. You glanced out your window. It was dark out already. Dang, time flies fast. I'll try one more time, then I'll go to bed. Hey. Hello. So question. Please, I'm not sending you my address. I was gonna ask what your blood type was, but now I'm intrigued. Oh. I'm type O positive. Wait, is O positive the universal donor or the universal receiver? I think O is universal receiver and AB is universal donor. Oh, a human. And then the cutie face. Here, you can have my address instead as a peace offering. This guy does not care. He's like, let stalkers come. Oh, no need. I don't want it. But Violet Heights, apartment 8, Constellation City. That sounds familiar. You. Me? Yes, you, the rude guy next door. Uh-oh. Oh, you. That's my line. And that's still the wrong address. Oh no, God forbid you have to take 3 steps over here. You might damage more of my mail. Damage? You burst several of my blood bags. I wouldn't have kicked it if it hadn't been in front of my door. You kicked my mail? Well, I fell over it. Is it my fault if you can't look where you're going? Oh. I don't know. Should I say or not say? No, I'm not gonna say it. Okay. You're insufferable. You guys can just play it. Shit. No way your luck is that bad. You woke up before your alarm went off. Honestly, you'd barely manage to sleep that night. I wanna be the first answer. Like, hey, yeah, it's a new day now. But I'm more of a you didn't look forward to working this tired person. The cafe opened later on Saturdays, but it was also busier. Saturdays specifically attracted a lot of couples looking for cozy locations for brunch dates. You were gonna have to deal with that while totally sleep deprived. Soon enough, your alarm interrupted your thoughts. After a shower, you grabbed an apple from the kitchen and ran out the door. Work was only a few blocks away. You ran, you can make it 10 minutes, which you always did so you could sleep a little longer. Oh, this is such a cute cafe. You pushed open the doors to the Space Cafe and were immediately hit by the aroma of freshly baked scones and donuts. Like, whoever the artist is, I love it. People were already chattering at the counter, and your coworkers zipped past you carrying coffee on a platter. Morning 11. Fiore. I like that name. You waved at her and quickly headed to the back to put on your uniform. Aw, she's so cute. Uniform policy was a little lax, so at least you had options. Oh, they're both so cute, I'm not gonna lie, but I like colors that pop, so I'm choosing the one on the right. You quickly got dressed. I look so cute in it. The day went by as couples after couples came in for the weekend dates. Let's see, you had to fight off the urge to roll your eyes. You smiled happily to yourself as you watched them. You were too tired to care. I'm between you smiled happily to yourself as you watched them, because if you cannot tell already, I live vicariously through, in this case, Otome games, but also through other people. But I am also in-game, probably super tired. I'm just gonna be, I'm happy. I smiled happily to myself as I watched them. You couldn't help it, you're a hopeless romantic through and through. I don't know if I would consider myself a hopeless romantic. I don't even know what that means. I should look up the actual definition. Like, I know in a sense what it means, but I don't know if that's right. Finally, you reached the last stretch of your shift. It was late afternoon, and though the chattering had not died down at all, you knew it would at least be someone else's problem soon. Looking up, you glanced over the crowded cafe. There were quite a few interesting guests. A were-girl was sitting by herself at a table, picking at her food. By the register, a fiendish woman and a fae were playfully arguing over who would pay the bill. Meanwhile, an older couple were sitting by a window, seriously bickering over desserts. By the door, a tiny golem was holding the door for another equally small golem. Is it golem? Yeah, I think golem sounds right. You watched as they stepped out and yet another customer came in. I would have loved, I know it would have taken more time, but I would have loved, you know how they showed us our coworker? It would have been cute to see all of the different couples. He was a tall man with red eyes and pale blue hair. Who could that be? Wait, wasn't that your neighbor? Be professional, come on. You looked down, straightening out your clothes, and then put on your best customer service smile. He paused when he recognized you, but quickly returned to his normal smug demeanor. Well, isn't this a delightful coincidence? He was wearing bright pink sunglasses and a blue button-up. Plastered on his face was an amused grin showing off 2 very sharp fangs. I'm gonna be honest, I can barely see his fangs. Can I get you anything? I'm trying to be professional. Your brain quickly defaulted to your usual customer service questions. He didn't seem phased by you ignoring the earlier statement. On the contrary, he just moved right along. An espresso, to go. You pulled out a cup to write his name on and paused. You didn't actually know his name, you realized. Looking up, he had a smile on his face that told you he wasn't gonna offer it up unless you asked. Your name? What about it? He definitely knew what he was doing. And I have your name. Seemingly satisfied with this, he finally answered you. Lennox. Lennox? Lennox. But just Knox is fine. Knox left soon after you handed him his coffee. You lingered a while past the end of your shift so you could be sure to not run into him. You had lived in cramped apartments long enough to know that the worst thing in the world was getting caught in the elevator with someone you weren't thrilled to talk to. Fortunately, your apartment in Violet Heights was only on the 2nd floor, so you rarely took the elevator anyways. Then again, being caught in the stairwell couldn't be much better. You made your way down the hall to your door, thanking the stars that there was no one there. Why can't you even be happy for me? You let out an audible sigh. This again. Oh yes, I'm so happy that you've decided to abandon me here while you go chase your dreams. You fiddled with your lock, cursing the landlord with every unsuccessful jiggle of your key. So I should just give up on everything so you can be happy? You were fine with that when I was the one leaving everything behind for you. Your door finally clicked open and you quickly stepped in. Girl, I would be listening through my door for this drama. You quickly pulled off your shoes and tossed them haphazardly to an unoccupied corner. You should probably eat something before you unwind. Oh, I forgot I have to press something. Can I click anything else? Oh, I didn't try clicking this. I have the landlord's number, I have Fiore's number, and I have grocery list. More sticky notes. These are for important contacts and grocery lists. Work schedule. Let's see how often I work. I didn't know I could click these. Let's see. This is such a weird calendar. It doesn't have Saturday and Sunday on the end. It just keeps on going. It's a five-day calendar. Like, what do the hearts mean? Days off. Oh. I got 3 days off? 2 days off? Interesting. I'm off tomorrow. That's nice. Okay. Microwave. You found some leftovers inside and just heated them. It didn't take long for the microwave to ding, letting you know your meal was ready. You munched on your leftovers as you headed to your computer. You turned on your PC to do some browsing. Ding! A notification? It's Lennox. Where's that screaming coming from? Right. It's not me. It's coming from apartment 7. Ugh, can they shut up? I'm gonna complain. They're just having a hard time right now. Don't you dare bother them. So, 11. Yeah. Wanna send me your address? You should have it since it's on your mail for some unexplainable reason. Yes, unexplainable. A real mystery. We'll never know why. Actually, I wanted to ask what you're doing on this site. Are you judging me for being on a site we're both using? Not at all. Actually, I own the site. I forgot about it until recently. How do you forget about I know this is a joke, but I don't know. It still sounds kind of mean. Really? It was a few years ago. I actually made it for a friend who had terrible luck dating. Did it help them? Ellis is still single. No. By the way, in this playthrough, you eventually see Ellis, and I was like, I would have dated Ellis. Like, developers, if you're ever watching this, could you make another short game where I can date Ellis? Cause he's more my type. I'll be honest. Ellis is also a vampire. Oh, Mayor, you didn't know. Anyway, I've told you why I'm here. Your turn. Okay, fair is fair. Well, a magazine told me to. What? I'm even more confused. My fave magazine said my ideal type would be a vampire. Then the pop-up appeared. That's very you. What's that supposed to mean? Don't judge me. I'm not, it's cute. Okay. Oh, Alice is back. Gotta go. Bye. You slept in a little while. It was the best part of any day off. Finally you got— oh, I think I skipped a line. Did I press space too quickly? No. I guess not. Finally you got up and headed to the kitchen for breakfast. Once you had finished breakfast, you quickly showered and got dressed. Normally days off were for staying in PJs and lazing about, but you had to get groceries today. You sped through your shopping, wanting to spend as little of your precious day off doing chores. As possible. Is it just me, or does the sentence sound just a little off? Anyways, you glanced over your basket of groceries. It seemed like you had everything. You could probably stop by the snacks aisle. Also, I'm pretty sure aisle is spelled with an A. Let's see. You can get your neighbor something. Yeah, why not? You could do it with something nice. No, you don't want to make another detour. I wish I could get Ellis something, not Knox, but whatever. To make up for the blood bags, you meandered over to the snacks aisle, browsing your options. What did vampires like? Blood? Coffee and blood? Fortunately, there were plenty of candies for just that. You got the Bloody Lips blood-based candies, Draw Coffee hard candy, Plasma Delights blood-infused chocolate. Why not? You quickly put it in your shopping basket. A laughing from behind you somewhere stopped you in your tracks before you could leave the aisle. Your heart sped up as you slowly turned around. A few steps down from you, a woman with violet is everywhere. Violet skin and red hair was laughing with a man. They acted like teenagers in love, although they were clearly much older than that. Normally, the sort of thing would have you smiling to yourself and fantasizing about your prospective happily ever after. This scene, however, was doing the opposite for you in this moment. It suddenly felt like your future was bleak and hopeless. These people were not strangers. Well, one of them. The man, at least, was your ex-boyfriend. The woman was not the one he had cheated on you with. Old habits die hard, you supposed, as he and the woman whispered to each other. I hate cheaters. Ugh. Okay. So in my first playthrough, I try to be more like myself, and I did choose you quickly and quietly stepped away. But I'm gonna try the more dramatic option. You were frozen in place, unable to move, stunned. After a moment, you took a deep breath and very quickly escaped into another aisle. You didn't want to speak to him, you didn't want to think about him. Maybe it wasn't even him you were bothered by, but the idea that you had failed to have your fairy tale romance. Oh, I swear there was an option to make more of the scene. I guess I pressed the wrong choice. Oh well. The walk home felt longer than usual as your mind whirled with thoughts of the past. So many regrets, so many bad decisions. You quietly walk down the familiar hallway to your apartment. Something was different though. Standing in the hallway were some of your neighbors, carrying boxes out of their apartment in silence. I felt bad for them. Even if it was necessary, endings hurt. Amen. This was undoubtedly a sad moment that would be remembered for many years to come. You stepped into your apartment. You barely closed the door behind you when you heard your computer beep from your room. Did you see the screaming neighbors are leaving? Wait, did you see the screaming neighbors are leaving? Wait, I don't know how would you say that as a question mark? Did you see the screaming neighbors are leaving? Like that? I was gonna go over there today, but they were already moving stuff out. Yeah, I saw. What's up with you? How am I so uppity usually that responding with I saw automatically makes him suspicious about my mood? So in my first playthrough I was more like nonchalant because I also don't like telling people personal information, so I'm gonna be the opposite and say I ran into my ex. I'm just having a bad day. Wait. You stared at your screen for a few more minutes, but no new messages came. I guess it didn't change anything. Same. Nothing changed from the other way I played. You wondered what he was up to right as there was a knock on your door. It was him. Still shirtless. And you're shirtless yet again. That's literally what I just said. It was very distracting. See something you like? Here. He handed you something. A full tub of ice cream. It'll help? I know for a fact because if it's enough to help Ellis in his issues, it'll definitely help you. I wonder if Ellis has, we know that Ellis doesn't have a date or significant other because Knox said so, but man, I want to date Ellis so bad. You couldn't help but laugh. It was endearing. Ellis being consoled. Ellis being consoled by ice cream was a funny thought. Knox bringing you ice cream to help was perhaps even funnier. Oh, I would chuckle just because it was sweet, not because it's funny. Thank you. Delighted to be of service. Oh, wait here for a second. You grabbed the candy you got for him at the store and quickly returned. You handed it over. It was meant to be an apology, but now I guess it's more of a thank you. Thank you for admitting you were wrong for kicking my nail. Okay, bye. And just like that, he turned and left before you could argue. You could only shake your head. The rest of your day off fortunately went by much better. There was no denying the ice cream definitely helped. Thank you for the ice cream yesterday. No worries, can't let my favorite neighbor suffer too much. You mean your only neighbor that you know. Be honest, I'm the only neighbor you know, aren't I? Details. So why are you crashing with Ellis anyway? Curious, are we? Yes, actually. Oh, it's not very interesting. I'm just taking a break from work, life, family, all of it. I'm curious. I haven't played this, trying every single message option, so I'm doing it this time. I haven't chosen this one yet. What do you do for work normally? Just this and that. Never mind, I think it doesn't change the information you get from him anyways. Like running this site? Not this site specifically, but it's in that line, yeah. How do you know Ellis? He's a family friend. Anyway, I gotta go for now. Try not to miss me too much. Well, that was a lot of scene changes. Coming home from another long day you were looking forward to a warm shower and snuggling into bed. He'd gotten yelled at by a rude customer who didn't understand how queues work. To make things worse, you had accidentally spilled coffee on yourself. Now the day was finally at an end. Discarding your shoes randomly, you dragged your feet to the bathroom. Your hopes for the evening were unfortunately dashed, however, as you realized we're late. Too late that you did not have hot water. Cold and wet, and more than a little annoyed, you got out of the shower, wrapping a towel around you and stomping to your computer. Do you have hot water? Hello to you too, Elvin. I'm good, thanks for asking. Right, sorry, but do you? I'll check. Water's fine for me. You having issues? You can come over and use the shower over here. I'm gonna call the landlord. Without even waiting for a reply, you dragged yourself to the kitchen. Brr, brr, brr. You listened to the dial tone, impatiently tapping your foot. What? Hi, it's 11 from apartment 8. Okay, and? My hot water isn't working. Look, I'm a little busy right now. I'll send someone over within the week. Within the week? What am I supposed to do until then? It's warm out, and you're young. You'll be fine. Boo. I hope the rent is cheap. Unbelievable. So, said I had to wait a while. Wow, this place is horrible. My offer stands. You can come over, shower over here. I'll do it for the video. Really? I promise I won't bite. Fine, if you're sure. Certain. See you soon. Sighing over what was bound to be an awkward encounter, you gathered your stuff. You were about to knock on Knox's door when he opened it. How did he know? Why are you always shirtless? I am also curious. Should you really be asking me that? He looked you up and down. You instinctively looked down. Oh. You were still wearing just your towel. So it's not like you were naked. You rolled your eyes at him. So can I come in? Knox stepped aside and gestured for you to come in. The inside of the apartment was not what you expected. There were a lot of earthy tones. Nothing seemed to fully match anything else. Knox must have noticed you looking around because he laughed. Ellis has always had his unique taste. Yeah, it matches with my taste. It's charming in its own way. Speaking of Ellis reminded you that you hadn't seen him in a while. That wasn't too strange though. The few times you'd gotten to talk to him, he always seemed to be in a hurry somewhere. He always showed up again, eventually. You wondered why he even had an apartment if he was never here. Is Ellis here? Worried someone else might see you like this? Ellis found out there was some sort of nighttime garden viewing thing a town over, so he's doing that. I would want to go. Why didn't Ellis invite me? Tomorrow morning he's doing a cheese factory tour. I want to go. Ellis, take me. I'm here. Knox shrugged. Don't ask me why, because I have no idea. He just has his taste, I suppose. Yeah, good taste. Anyway, the bathroom is this way. It's living life. The bathroom was indeed in the same place as yours. The tiles were a different color though. Yours hadn't been replaced, so Ellis must have had his redone. Glancing down, there were a pair of fluffy bunny slippers. You raised an eyebrow at Knox, but he just grinned at you. Enjoy your shower, 11. And with that, he turned around and left. You had to admit, a hot shower was worth the awkward situation. Once you were dressed and feeling fresh again, you made your way back to the living room. Knox was relaxing on the couch with a cup of what you assumed was coffee. What a suggestive pose. He's posing like Jack's gonna paint him. Knox was relaxing on the couch with... Oh, I just read that, sorry. He still had not put a shirt on. I don't think he has any shirts. He smirked at you when you made eye contact. Enjoying the view. I always struggle with being flirty for some reason. But I'll be flirty this time. But if I am. He got up, approaching you. Then he leaned in, so close that you thought he was about to kiss you for a moment. I like the towel better. I like the towel better on you. His voice was lower than usual, and for a second you got lost in the scent of him. He smelled like mint. It was not what you had expected. Do I like the scent of mint? I don't know. I don't think I've smelled mint in a really long time. He chuckled, bringing you back down to reality. I'll walk you back to your apartment. He was deliberately being obnoxious again. I can't tell if the tattoo on his neck, if that's a tattoo, or if that's a band-aid. And if it is a tattoo, is it a heart tattoo or a lip tattoo? You know, back in the early 2000s, lip tattoos were like so big. I didn't like them, but everybody was getting one. Let's see. Okay. You were in too much of a daze to really argue. After that, he dutifully led you back to your apartment. Knocks. Yes, 11, may I help you with something? Somehow your mail is at my door again. I wonder how that happened. Do try not to kick it. Bloodstains are so difficult to deal with. I love the way he talks here. You're doing it on purpose now. Maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to see my favorite neighbor. Your only neighbor. You're just so cute when you're mad. It sounds like you want more of your mail destroyed. Oh, I'll come get it in a bit. If what? If you agree to come with me to the Saturn Festival next weekend. Oh, he's asking me out. That's so sweet. Oh. Yeah. So you can choose to go to the friend route or the dating route. I'm just gonna do the dating route. Sure, it's a date? Question mark? Sure it is. Before you even realized, time had passed, and now you were only a few days away from your date. You were nervous. I'm always nervous. Your first date in so long. When did I break up with my ex? You could feel your stomach tying itself into knots. You absent-mindedly wiped the counter as you mulled over what you would wear. Two celebratory caramel lattes to go, please. Oh, right, work. You grabbed the cups and your marker. Your name, miss? Clara. It's the occasion. You looked up to smile at her and froze. Oh, she's also very pretty. She was definitely the woman you had seen with your ex. Are you okay? Is something wrong? She seemed genuinely concerned. Oh, and she's nice. That man doesn't deserve you. He's a cheater, run away. She must have not recognized you. I'm okay. She looked relieved, giving you another bright smile. Recognize you from where? You hid when you were in the convenience store or the grocery store. She looked relieved, giving you another bright smile. Oh, I'm gonna be nosy. So what's the occasion? You gave it your best attempt to sound casual while you made the lattes. Clara giggled a little before leaning forward, as though to impart some sort of secret. I got a jerk in a lot of trouble today. You blinked at her. That was the last thing you were expecting to hear. She must have seen your confusion because she quickly explained. I was seeing this guy, but turns out he was a two-time scumbag. Yes, girl, you left him. This is the first time reading this. I'm so happy. He sure was. We could be friends, you and me. She giggled again. So I did the only responsible thing. The only reasonable thing. She gave a pause for dramatic effect. I called his mom and tattled, and, well, I've been in a yoga class with her for years, so of course she took my side. Dang. What kind of scumbag are you if not even your mom wants to take your side? That's very true. Unless your mom is weird. Anyways, you were stunned by this information, so you passed over the lattes as you sorted out your thoughts. Clara held up the lattes you had passed her, a mischievous twinkle in her eye. Me and his mom are going to have girls' night. He'll never hear the end of this. With that, she placed the money for the lattes on the counter and turned to leave, pausing after a moment, turning back to face you. She placed one of the lattes on the counter to free up her hand and fish something out of her bag. Your number? Is she giving me her number? She placed a card on the counter in front of you. You should come to yoga with us sometime. You seem cool. Yes! Yes! And with that, she was off again. I'm so glad I pressed this choice this time. Ah, she's so cool. You made your way home slowly after that, determined to look forward. What the hell are you doing? Nox, it's 2 a.m. The best time to pack stuff. Why are you packing? You're leaving? On 11, are you gonna say you're gonna miss me? On 11, are you saying you're gonna miss me? Obviously, you asked me out on a date. And now you're leaving. Long distance? Are we going long distance? That's cute. I'm gonna do the ... I can't click it for some reason. Okay, this isn't funny. Look, I'm not going right now, but I do have to leave eventually. I just won't be next door. That doesn't mean I'll just disappear. Where do you usually stay? Cassiopeia Hills? Oh, so he's a rich. Fancy part of town. No wonder he can just take a break. Boring part of town. It's only boring because you're living in comfort. Anyway, shouldn't you be sleeping? Don't change the topic. Good night, 11. What the? Finally, the date of your date had arrived. Nox was going to come by to get you in the late afternoon, so you had allowed yourself to sleep in. The Saturday festival was really just an excuse to get drunk usually. People would flood the streets, drink, eat, and wait for nightfall when you could see the stars more clearly. On this one night, every year, you could see Saturn passing you by, accompanied by one of your moons. Wait, what planet am I on? Mars? One of my moons? I don't know. Well, we're not on Earth that much, I guess you can tell. It was definitely a sight worth seeing, if you could manage the crowds. I'm nervous about that. Large crowds kind of... Your nerves were shot. You were on edge thinking about the floods of strangers you'd soon be in close contact with. I can handle large clouds. I can handle large crowds if I'm with other people, but if I'm by myself, it's kind of awkward for me. Fortunately, the landlord had finally had your water fixed, so you could take as many warm showers as you wanted. Well, a reasonable amount. You still had to pay your water bill. Once you had taken a shower, it was time to settle on an outfit. You had narrowed down your choices the night before, so you just had to make up your mind. That's what I do. Aww. I love the middle one. It's super duper cute, and it's probably what I would wear. And I love the design, but this color palette isn't really... Oh, and she has a choker that... I wish I could move that choker over here. But yeah, I like the design, but I just don't like the color palette. And this one... Same. I'm not into the color palette. So let's go with the middle outfit. With that settled, you decided to do some light sketching to pass the time. It would be cool if I had my own sketches up here on the wall. Before you knew it, there was a knock at your door. Eagerly pull it open. Excitedly, you got up and rushed to open the door. When the door was open, you could finally see him. Except it wasn't Nox. No, it's not Nox, it's my baby. It's Ellis. Look at this man. Oh. I would love a dating simulator with him. Ellis? He smiled warmly. And then, as a what is it called? A cameo. These two, like the couple in this Otome, could show up in Ellis's game. That would be so cool. He smiled warmly. Lovely to see you again, 11. I didn't mean to hold you up. I just wanted to come over and show face. Look how suave he is. Lennox is convinced people are going to think he murdered me or something. So I'm stopping by to say I'm not dead. Well, I am dead. I'm a vampire, but you understand what I'm saying. I was amused by the implication. Ellis is dead, but not like that. Noted. That got a hearty laugh out of him. Thanks, 11. Well, I'm off to tell the other neighbors the same thing. Well, you don't have to tell neighbor next door, because they broke up. And I don't know if they both left, only one of them left, but... Would be awfully annoying if search party got started because of me. You just closed the door when there was another knock. That does make sense, because I would have seen Ellis like leaving the apartment to come to my door if I just heard it. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm just overthinking. Had Ellis forgotten something? You opened the door again. It was actually Knox this time, looking as pleased with himself as ever. And he has a shirt on. You could see him looking you up and down. You look beautiful. Thank you. Aw, so sweet. It caught you off guard for a second. Then he handed you something. A deep maroon colored rose. Oh, I love it. I would say, oh wow, thank you, it's so pretty. Like, that would be my full sentence. I'm just gonna say it's so pretty. You were entranced by the flower for a moment. Knox smiled at you. It suits you. The usual joking tone was gone from his voice. This level of earnesty caught you by surprise a bit. Let me just put this in some water before we go. Sure, take your time. He leaned against your door frame. Oh, so cute. You two had initially planned to go to the center of town, but quickly discovered that the streets were already packed. It was still an hour before it got fully dark. You nervously eyed the packed crowds. Knox moved closer to you. Knox, let's just grab a drink. I know a spot that's quieter. You moved... Was that supposed to say, like, Knox? And then he says, I know a place that is quieter? Or am I saying to him, Knox, let's go somewhere quieter? Anyways, you moved through the crowd very slowly, careful not to get separated. Knox extended a hand for you to hold on to. Take his hand! You want a tea? Take his hand for it. I took it without hesitation. You can make out the faintest smirk playing on his lips. He was clearly happy about this. Well, so am I. At long last, you reached one of the many drink carts. They seemed to contain both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Hello, hello, what can I get for you? Knox looked toward you, gesturing for you to go first. I don't like alcohol, but in-game me will be drinking alcohol. And I'm gonna get a cocktail. It had a little bit of alcohol in it. You'd have to drink it slowly, you told yourself. After you had picked a drink, Knox went for an iced coffee. Knox passed you your drink. He had insisted on paying for both of you. What a gentleman. Ellis must have been a good influence. This should be interesting. He eyed the alcoholic beverage you were holding. You don't drink? There's no point. I can't get drunk. I don't drink because I just think alcohol is nasty. It doesn't matter what people have mixed it in for me. It just, if I can taste the alcohol, I don't want it. I'd rather, why pay money for a drink that's nasty when I can just buy delicious juice, you know? He gave you a devious smile. Not on alcohol, at least. Oh, okay. You two made your way through the crowd once more as the sky continued to inch towards darkness above you. Knox led you through the crowd, not letting you go of your hand for even a second. Man, my hands must be sweaty. Finally, he opened the door to a building and gestured you in. You gave him a quizzical glance, but went with it. It had taken quite a bit to get here. You hadn't realized how long until Knox led you out onto the roof of that building. The sky was finally dark, and sure enough, there it was, Saturn and a moon. Do you see that UFO in the back? I just noticed it. Oh, it's so pretty. The art in this game, I will say, I like it. And the background music, pretty chill. I think it fits with the... Because this is honestly a really short Otome game, so... I think they did this for a jam, so maybe that's why it's so short. because they had to finish it really quickly, and it makes sense why there's a little bit of stakes here and there, but nothing to ruin the game. So pretty. Pretty. Looking over, he had not taken his eyes off of you yet. I love that cliche, and I don't know why I love that cliche so much. You leaned over the edge slightly to see crowds of people below and a million twinkling lights when you looked up. I haven't seen this in so long. That's a surprise, you live so close by. I guess life always got in the way. Nox stared off into the sky for a moment. I get that. After a few moments of silence, Nox spoke again. I'm really glad about coming here, about meeting you. Me too. It was a little strange whenever Nox got serious like this. It wasn't like him, but made you eager to know what he would say next. Nox looked over at you, firmly fixing you in his gaze. I really do like you, 11. I can't stay with Ellis for much longer, but he took a deep breath. I want to keep seeing more of you even after I leave. Your breath got caught in your throat. And technically, it says your breathe got caught in your throat, but we're moving past. You understood the question. He was asking about dating. Not just a one-time date like today, but a indefinite type where you could expect to have him in your life for years to come. Wow, I'm really thinking into the future, huh? I also want to keep seeing you too. You meant it without even realizing it. Nox had become such a large part of your life. It was strange now to imagine him not being there. He grinned at you, not breaking eye contact for a moment. I chose leaned in to kiss him for my first route, so I'm gonna do considered kissing him, but felt too nervous to do it because that's reality. Fortunately, Nox did not seem to share your nerves because he leaned forward towards you. I should have chosen this. This is me. This is 100% what I want. And look at my heart-shaped hair. It's so cute. I'm scared to mess up the volume of my mic, so I'm not screaming, but I had to take a breath. He paused for a moment when his lips were barely an inch from yours, clearly giving you the chance to pull away. And a gentleman, oh my gosh. He asked for consent. When that didn't happen, he pressed on. The kiss was light, gentle. You could tell he was being careful to not accidentally nip you. He's so sweet. You weren't sure how long it lasted in reality, but in your head it felt like it was over far too soon. Well then continue it! When he pulled away, you could still feel the sensation of the kiss on your lips. The minty scent of him still lingered. After you returned home that night, you had spent a few hours just laying on your bed, staring at the ceiling in a daze. You rushed through your shopping, grabbing the newest edition of Rogue, and eagerly hurrying to check out. You pulled out the magazine and flipped through it as you walked home. Normally, this level of eagerness was the result of your excitement to read your favorite magazine. Today, however, it was fully an attempt to distract yourself. When you got back to your apartment, you'd be seeing Nox off. I'll be honest, if my boyfriend was leaving, I would have spent the whole day with him. He was leaving, he wouldn't be next door with him. He kept reassuring that you'd still see plenty of each other, but it wouldn't be the same. I've never been in a long-distance relationship, so I've always been curious about people's experiences. Yeah. He promised he'd keep the tab with your chat open all the time, so he'd know immediately if you messaged him. Why do you still need the chat? Just use your phone. That had calmed you slightly. At least he'd finally have to get his mail redirected. You glanced over the pages of Rogue magazine. Nothing was really holding your attention today. Until you came across the horoscope section. You found yours in the same spot it always was. Seize the day. Don't leave anything unsaid. Don't leave any room for regret. Take the initiative. It was the final push you needed. You ran the rest of the way back home, your heart pounding in your ears as you went. Finally, you made it to your hallway. You should still have time before Knox left. You knocked on the door, but no one answered. Your heart dropped. He wouldn't have left without a goodbye, right? I sure hope he didn't. You shook your head, trying hard to dispel the bad feelings. 11. The voice had come from behind you, in the hallway rather than from beyond the door. You spun around to see him standing there, clearly confused. I was worried you had already left. Ah, I love his new shirt. I didn't notice it. It's so cute. I wouldn't do that. I was just at the store. You must have just missed each other. How? Anyways. I didn't choose this one, so I'm gonna choose this one. You sighed in relief. I'm glad. I really wanted to say goodbye. You're so cute when you're worried. So, want to see my new apartment? You gave him a quizzical look. Isn't it like a 2-hour drive? That's not even long distance. 2 hours is nothing. I could probably move in with him, man, and just drive to work. So about that, he stuck his hand in his pocket and pulled out a key. What did you know? Something opened up nearby. Before you could process what that meant, he walked over to apartment 7 and unlocked it. That's where the noisy neighbors had moved out. He smirked deviously at you. Looks like you're stuck with me. This is so convenient. I don't have to change my mailing address. You mean my mailing address. You both laughed. It's close enough. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I really like the music. I mean, I don't think anything tops Blooming Panic as of now, but I think the music really fit the game. The end. So, I accidentally pressed that, my bad. Main menu. I said there was only 2 endings, but I think technically I played 3 different endings, and if anybody else found a different ending, let me know, but so far I've only gotten 3 different endings from this game. So yes, if you're interested in the game, I can't link things yet because I don't have the advanced features, but I'll have the website address in my description, and you can check it out because, like I said, it's free and it's pay as much as you want to support the developer. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and that'll be all. Bye bye.